In the vast expanse of the galaxy, where stars twinkled like diamonds on black velvet, a solitary space station drifted, suspended between the known and the unknown. Station Alicia, a remote outpost established for the purpose of astrobiological research, hummed quietly with the energy of countless instruments and the soft chatter of its inhabitants. Among them was Elena Voss, a brilliant yet often overlooked astrobiologist, known for her insatiable curiosity and fierce determination. Elena had always felt a connection to the stars, as if they whispered secrets meant only for her ears. Day after day, she spent her time analyzing data from deep space, searching for signs of life beyond the familiar planets of the solar system. Her colleagues, preoccupied with their own ambitions, often dismissed her theories and discoveries, leaving Elena to forge her own path in solitude. One evening, while reviewing the latest scans of an unexplored region of space, she noticed an anomaly. A swirling mass of energy pulsing rhythmically, unlike anything she had ever encountered. It danced across the screen, emitting signals that suggested a form of intelligence. Intrigued, Elena initiated a deeper analysis, her heart racing as she realized that this phenomenon was more than just cosmic debris. It was a gateway to something far more profound. Days turned into weeks as Elena dedicated herself to unraveling the mystery of the energy source, which she named the Celestial Nexus. She felt a strange pull towards it, an inexplicable connection that urged her to learn more. Late one night, as she meticulously mapped its trajectory, a holographic image flickered to life before her. A series of symbols and markings that seemed to tell a story of an ancient civilization. The symbols spoke of the Valorians, an alien race renowned for their mastery of cosmic energy and technology. According to the data she had uncovered, they had once thrived across the galaxy, but their civilization had mysteriously vanished, leaving behind only whispers of their existence. As Elena delved deeper, she stumbled upon a warning, a foreboding message indicating that the Nexus was both a source of great power and a beacon for dark forces. Determined to prevent history from repeating itself, Elena prepared to present her findings to the station's council. However, she knew that she would need more than just her research to face the challenges that lay ahead. The council was not known for its open-mindedness, especially regarding her theories about the Valorians. She had to find a way to gain their support or embark on her journey alone. That night, as she sat in her dimly lit lab, the holographic symbols flickering before her, Elena made a choice. She would not let fear hold her back. She would gather the information and allies she needed to explore the Celestial Nexus and unlock its secrets. But as she initiated the transmission to the council, an ominous shadow loomed over the galaxy. Unbeknownst to Elena, Lord Malachar, a notorious warlord with ambitions of cosmic domination, had set his sights on the same power. The race for the Celestial Nexus had begun, and the fate of the universe rested on the shoulders of an underestimated scientist who dared to challenge the darkness. Elena stood before the council, her heart pounding as she presented her findings. The chamber was cold and sterile, filled with members who held power but lacked vision. She displayed the holographic projection of the Celestial Nexus and the ancient symbols that spoke of the Valorians. Esteemed members of the council, she began, her voice steady despite the weight of their gazes upon her. This discovery is not merely an anomaly. It is a link to an advanced civilization that may hold the key to our survival. The Nexus is a powerful source of energy, but it is also a potential threat if it falls into the wrong hands. The council's leader, Chairman Velis, a stern man with a reputation for dismissing unorthodox ideas, narrowed his eyes. And you expect us to believe that a cosmic phenomenon is a key to salvation? Your theories are speculative at best, Dr. Voss. We have more pressing matters to address than chasing shadows in the stars. Elena felt a wave of frustration. But what if I'm right? What if the Valorians left behind knowledge that could advance our technology or protect us from impending threats? The data indicates that their disappearance was linked to their own technology. We must investigate. Another council member, Councillor Harkin, chimed in, Elena, your passion is commendable, but we must prioritize resources toward tangible threats, not speculative myths. The Valorians are nothing more than legend. With a deep breath, Elena pressed on. Legends often hold truths, counselor. I've analyzed the energy signatures from the Nexus. They resonate with frequencies consistent with Valorian technology. If we can harness that energy, we could revolutionize our entire sector. The council murmured among themselves, and Elena's hope began to wane. They were set in their ways, and her pleas fell on deaf ears. After a long, tense silence, Chairman Velis raised his hand to silence the room. We will not pursue this matter further. Dr. Voss, I suggest you redirect your efforts toward more practical endeavors. Defeated, Elena nodded and exited the council chamber, the weight of disappointment heavy on her shoulders. She had known the risks of presenting her theories, but the thought of the Nexus falling into the wrong hands haunted her. As she walked through the station's dimly lit corridors, Elena's mind raced with possibilities. If the council wouldn't support her, she would have to act independently. She needed allies, those who believed in her vision and had the skills to navigate the treacherous universe. Her first stop was the Starfall Tavern, a lively establishment frequented by pilots, mercenaries, and outcasts. It was a place where secrets flowed as freely as the drinks. Elena had frequented the tavern before, often gathering information on the latest missions and rumors. Pushing open the heavy door, she was greeted by the warm glow of neon lights and the lively chatter of patrons. The scent of spiced drinks and grilled meats filled the air. She scanned the crowd, looking for someone who might be willing to join her cause. It was then she spotted Drake, a ruggedly handsome pilot with a reputation for both his skills and his reckless behavior. He sat at the bar, nursing a drink, his piercing blue eyes scanning the room. Elena approached cautiously, aware of his checkered past. "Mind if I join you?" she asked, trying to sound casual. Drake looked up, a hint of surprise flashing across his face. "Elena Voss, right? The astrobiologist with a penchant for trouble?" She chuckled lightly, relieved by his recognition. "I prefer to think of it as a pursuit of knowledge." He raised an eyebrow, intrigued. "What brings you to the Starfall?" "Looking for a way to escape the boredom of the station." "Actually, I need your help," she said, leaning closer. "I've made a discovery about the Celestial Nexus, and I believe it could be pivotal for our future." Drake leaned back, crossing his arms. "I've heard the rumors. You think you can find the Valorians and harness their technology? Sounds like a one-way ticket to nowhere." Elena's resolve hardened. "It's not just about finding the Valorians. It's about preventing a disaster. There's a warlord named Lord Malachar who's after the Nexus, and if he succeeds, it could mean the end for us all." Drake's expression shifted, curiosity peaking. "Malachar, you say? Now that's a name I've heard in darker corners. You're serious about this?" "Absolutely. I can prove it. I just need someone with your expertise to help me navigate the challenges ahead." After a moment's hesitation, Drake sighed. "All right, I'll listen, but this better not be a wild goose chase." Elena felt a surge of relief. "Thank you, Drake. I promise it's worth your while." With Drake on board, Elena knew they needed to expand their team. The mission would require diverse skills and knowledge, especially if they were to confront Malachar. Their next stop was to find Lyra, a telepathic alien who had lived in hiding since the tensions between her people and the humans escalated. Lyra resided in the shadows of Alicia, a hidden enclave on the outskirts of the station. As they approached, Elena felt a mix of excitement and apprehension. Lyra was known for her powerful abilities, but she also had a reputation for being elusive. The enclave was shrouded in mist, the air thick with an otherworldly energy. Elena and Drake stepped cautiously, aware that they were entering a space where secrets thrived. "Lyra," Elena called, her voice carrying softly through the fog. "We seek your help." A figure emerged from the shadows, her luminous skin shimmering in the dim light. Lyra's eyes, deep pools of indigo, seemed to pierce through Elena's soul. "Why do you come to me, human? Do you seek to exploit my gifts?" Elena raised her hands in peace. "No. I need your abilities to protect the Celestial Nexus from Lord Malachar. He seeks to harness its power for destruction, and I believe you can help us. Lyra studied them for a long moment before nodding slowly. I have felt the disturbance in the fabric of our reality. If what you say is true, then I will join you, but know this, I will not follow blindly. Trust must be earned. Agreed, Drake said, his tone serious. We're in this together, but we'll need to be cautious. Malachar won't stop until he gets what he wants. With Lyra's support, the trio now turned their attention to Kieran, a reformed thief known for his expertise in navigating the galaxy's underbelly. He operated out of a shadowy market on the fringes of the station, where the lines between legality and crime blurred. Finding Kieran required weaving through a labyrinth of traders, smugglers, and secrets. The market buzzed with life, a cacophony of voices and exotic goods. Elena felt a thrill at the prospect of meeting him, but she also knew that Kieran's past was filled with danger. After several inquiries, they located Kieran at a small stall, haggling over the price of stolen data chips. His sharp green eyes met Elena's, a sly grin forming on his face. Ah, the ambitious astrobiologist. What brings you to my little corner of chaos? We need your expertise, Elena said, cutting to the chase. There's a warlord named Malachar who's after the celestial nexus. We're forming a team to stop him. Kieran raised an eyebrow, intrigued. And why should I help you? I've got my own operations to run, and dealing with warlords can get messy. Because, Elena replied firmly, if Malachar succeeds, he'll unleash chaos across the galaxy, threatening everyone. Criminals and law-abiding citizens alike. This isn't just a fight for the Nexus. It's a fight for our survival. Kieran considered her words, weighing his options. Finally, he leaned closer, a conspiratorial glint in his eye. All right, I'm in. But just remember, if things go south, I'm looking out for number one. With their team assembled, Elena, Drake, Lyra, and Kieran began planning their approach to the Celestial Nexus. They reviewed data from Elena's research and strategized how to navigate the various factions that might be aligned with Malachar. Elena stood at the center of the makeshift war room, her heart racing with a mix of excitement and anxiety. We have to move quickly. The longer we wait, the closer Malachar gets to the Nexus. We'll need a ship capable of interstellar travel and cloaking technology to evade detection. Drake, leaning against a wall, nodded. I know a guy who owes me a favor. If we can secure a ship, we can chart a course to the Nexus before Malachar even realizes we're gone. Lyra closed her eyes, focusing her telepathic energy. I can sense disturbances in the minds of those aligned with Malachar. They're restless, preparing for something. We must act before they find us. Kieran smirked, his confidence shining through. Then it's settled. Let's get ourselves a ship and prepare for the journey of a lifetime. As the team prepared for their mission, news of Lord Malachar's movements reached them. His forces were scouring the galaxy, searching for any clues that could lead them to the Nexus. Elena felt the pressure mounting. They were running out of time. Drake returned with a ship, a sleek, stealthy craft known as the Vortex, equipped with the latest cloaking technology. She's fast and can take a beating. Just what we need for a run-in with Malachar's goons, he said, pride evident in his voice. The team boarded the Vortex, the thrill of adventure igniting a sense of camaraderie among them. As they launched into the depths of space, Elena felt a surge of hope. This was it, their chance to uncover the truth about the Celestial Nexus and protect the galaxy from impending doom. However, as they traveled deeper into uncharted territories, Malachar's forces were hot on their trail. The stakes were higher than ever, and each member of the team had to confront their fears and weaknesses. The journey to the Celestial Nexus was fraught with danger. As the Vortex sped through the cosmos, they encountered various challenges: asteroid fields, mercenary ambushes, and the lingering threat of Malachar's ships lurking in the shadows. One fateful day, they received an alert from their sensors. Incoming ships! Kieran shouted, urgency lacing his voice. Looks like Malachar has sent a small fleet to intercept us. Elena's heart raced as she gripped the control panel. Drake, can you maneuver us through the asteroid field? Absolutely, he replied, determination etched on his face. Hold on tight. As the vortex weaved through the treacherous terrain, Elena's mind raced with strategies. They needed to outsmart Malachar, using their surroundings to their advantage. Lyra, can you tap into their minds? Find out their weaknesses. Lyra closed her eyes, her brow furrowing as she concentrated. I can sense their fear. They're overconfident, underestimating us. I'll create a distraction. With a flicker of her energy, Lyra projected a false signal, drawing some of Malachar's ships away. Elena and the others took advantage of the chaos, navigating through the asteroids with skill and precision. Now, Elena shouted, their moment of opportunity arriving. We break through. With a final burst of speed, the vortex shot past the remaining enemy ships, leaving them in the dust. The crew erupted in cheers, adrenaline coursing through their veins. After narrowly escaping Malachar's clutches, the team continued their journey to the celestial Nexus. Days turned into weeks, and they grew closer, sharing stories, fears, and hopes for the future. Finally, they approached the Nexus, a breathtaking sight that defied comprehension. A swirling mass of colors and energy, it pulsed with life, beckoning them closer. Elena felt an overwhelming sense of awe. They had arrived at the heart of the galaxy. This is it, she breathed, unable to tear her eyes away from the spectacle before them. This is the celestial Nexus. Drake steered the vortex closer, careful to maintain their stealth. Let's prepare to scan for any signs of Valorians or Malachar's forces. As they gathered data, the energy of the Nexus began to interact with their ship. Suddenly, the holographic symbols from Elena's earlier findings flared to life, dancing in front of her. Can you see this? Elena exclaimed, her heart racing. The symbols. They're reacting to the Nexus. Lyra's eyes widened as she reached out, her telepathic energy resonating with the Nexus. It's alive. It's calling to us. The team quickly realized that the celestial Nexus was not just a source of energy. It was a consciousness, a remnant of the Valorians' legacy. It held the knowledge and memories of their civilization, waiting to be awakened. Together, we must connect with it, Elena urged, her voice steady. If we can harness its power, we might be able to prevent Malachar's plans. As they initiated the connection, Elena felt an overwhelming rush of energy. Visions flashed before her eyes. Scenes of the Valorians, their advanced technology, and their tragic fall. The Nexus shared its wisdom, revealing the true nature of power and responsibility. However, the connection also drew Malachar's attention. As the team tapped into the Nexus, they felt a dark presence looming on the horizon. Malachar is coming, Kieran warned, his eyes narrowing as he scanned the sensors. We need to act fast. As Malachar's fleet approached, the team braced for the inevitable confrontation. Elena's heart raced as they prepared to defend the Nexus, knowing that their mission had reached its climax. Lyra, can you amplify your abilities? Elena asked urgently. We need to create a barrier to protect the Nexus. With determination, Lyra focused her energy, weaving a protective shield around the Nexus. I'll do my best, but I'll need your support. Drake piloted the vortex with unmatched skill, evading enemy fire while Kieran prepared to launch countermeasures. Elena focused on the energy of the Nexus, channeling it through her team. As Malachar's ships descended, chaos erupted in the depths of space. Blasts of energy illuminated the darkness, and the vortex danced among the enemy fleet. Now, Elena shouted, guiding their combined powers. Let's show them what we're capable of. In a surge of energy, the Nexus unleashed a brilliant wave of light, overwhelming Malachar's forces. The darkness began to retreat, and with it came a glimmer of hope. After a fierce battle, the tide turned in their favor. Malachar's fleet faltered, and his plans crumbled before the power of the celestial Nexus. The team's bond had grown stronger, their resolve unyielding. With Malachar defeated, Elena stood at the heart of the Nexus, feeling a sense of accomplishment. They had protected not only the energy source but also the legacy of the Valorians. As the remnants of the battle faded into the distance, Elena looked at her team, gratitude swelling in her chest. We did it. We saved the Nexus and prevented disaster. Drake smirked, a playful glint in his eye. What's next, fearless leader? More adventures? Lyra smiled, her energy shimmering around her. We've only just begun. There are countless mysteries in the galaxy waiting for us. Kieran chuckled, his usual bravado shining through. Count me in. Let's see what else the universe has in store for us. As they prepared to leave the Nexus, Elena felt a sense of purpose. They were no longer just a team. They had become a family, united by their shared experiences and the journey ahead. Together, they charted a new course through the stars, determined to uncover more secrets, protect those in need, and embrace the adventures that awaited them. The Celestial Nexus had not only revealed the legacy of the Valorians, but also ignited a new chapter for Elena and her companions. As they soared into the depths of space, the cosmos opened up before them, a vast canvas of possibilities, waiting to be explored.